Ever had one of those days where it just feels like you're moving through mud, and no matter what you do or how hard you try, you just can't seem to pull yourself out of that heavy negative energy? What if I told you that you don't have to force yourself to feel positive or fake a smile or pretend that you're fine when you're not? There's a way to shift your perspective, and it's a whole lot simpler. I'm Sera, certified happiness and manifesting coach and coaching business growth specialist. I've worked behind the scenes of 4 multi-million dollar coaching companies, helping them achieve as much as 400% growth. Now, over the years, I've helped hundreds of people shift their state of mind easily and quickly. Matter of fact, I wrote a best-selling book on the full method called The 7-Minute Shift. This is my channel, Coach Diaries, where I talk with you about building a coaching business and take you on my rather ambitious journey of growing my email list by 4,000 subscribers this year without any paid ads or complicated strategies. Here's the thing. When your mind is stuck in negativity, it colors everything that you see. It blocks new ideas, better choices, and the solutions that could actually change your situation. You literally can't see them. And a lot of the advice out there to stay positive or, look at all the good things, it's honestly not helping you when you're already deep in it, that you have to shift something first, right? And that's where I'm talking about shifting your perspective. Because let's be really, really honest here. When you're caught up in that negative mental space, it's like your brain is wearing dark, smudged glasses and everything looks worse than it really is. And even if things are pretty bad, you can't see any way out. You second guess yourself. You notice what's missing instead of what's working. You feel heavier and slower emotionally and physically. And here's the most important part. This isn't anything of your doing. You didn't ask for this, right? You didn't intentionally do this or put yourself in this place. When your mind gets overwhelmed, your brain naturally defaults to focusing on threats, problems, and what's wrong. It's an ancient survival mechanism. Your mind is trying to protect you, but it ends up trapping you. That's what it feels like, for sure. And most of the typical advice, like just be grateful, practice gratitude, think positive thoughts, while those things are very important and it's very well meaning, it completely skips the reality of what's going on inside of you. You're expected to leap from survival mode straight into sunshine and rainbows. And when you can't, it makes you feel like you're failing. But you're not failing. You just need a better bridge to get to the other side. And that's what I want to show you today. This is where the perspective flip comes in. Instead of trying to force yourself into a fake everything's fine attitude, this method helps you gently shift your view one tiny believable notch at a time. And I laugh at this because I have been there. I know exactly what that feels like. No toxic positivity, how those two words exist together, I'm not sure, but no gaslighting yourself, no pretending everything's perfect when it's not. We're tapping into a psychological principle called cognitive reappraisal, a proven method where you reinterpret the meaning of a situation in a way that naturally lowers your emotional stress. It's like cleaning those dark smudged glasses just a little so that you can actually see possibilities and solutions again instead of just problems. So the best part of this is that you can start doing it in minutes. You don't need extra tools. You don't need crazy steps. And we're going to go through just one piece of that today. Here's how to use the perspective flip. Step 1, name the feeling without any judgment, okay? So instead of labeling yourself as negative or failing, simply name the feeling. For example, I feel frustrated. I feel disappointed. I feel like a failure. Naming the feeling gives your brain clarity, and clarity is the first step out of the emotional fog. Step 2, ask a better question. Once you've named the feeling, ask yourself, what else could be true here? Is there another way I could look at this? What small thing might be working even if everything isn't perfect? If there were other people present, how might they see this situation? Step 3, find a micro shift. Look for the smallest, tiniest, believable shift that you can find. An example, today was hard, but I still showed up. That matters. You don't need to jump from hopeless to ecstatic. It wouldn't be genuine anyways. You just need to move a few degrees toward hope, possibility, or truth. Each micro shift adds up, and little by little, the heavy energy starts to lift. And that's what we're looking for. That crack in the door, right? The slight opening to begin to move out of this negative state of mind. You can imagine waking up tomorrow feeling lighter. You're not pretending that everything is perfect. You actually feel different though. More possibilities show up in your mind. Small opportunities start to feel exciting again. You see them happening all around you or showing up. You feel like yourself more and more, just clearer, stronger, and more grounded. That's the power of tiny, authentic perspective shifts. Now, imagine if nothing changes. You keep waking up, stuck under that heavy mental fog, second guessing every decision, feeling like progress is impossible, watching days blur into each other with no real momentum. It's just exhausting. It wears you out. And it slowly robs you of your energy, your motivation, and your belief in yourself. And this can have a devastating impact on your coaching business. That's why starting the shift, even a tiny one, matters so much, because you deserve better. And it's 100% within your reach and your ability to have it. Every time you practice a perspective flip, you're not just changing your mood, you're stepping more fully into your true identity. This is creating a habit of self-leadership. You're becoming resilient, resourceful, and emotionally strong. Not because life got easier necessarily, but because you got stronger. And when that shift happens inside of you, momentum starts building. You show up differently in your business as a coach. You see opportunities you would have missed before. You start leading your business and your life from a place of grounded power, if you're practicing this every single day. It's not about faking positivity. Let me be really clear. It's about becoming someone who knows how to find light even in the heavy moments. And that identity, that's what fuels lasting success. If you found this helpful, please hit like and subscribe, because every week I'm sharing real practical tools to help you grow your coaching business and experience inner growth at the same time. Because here's the thing. I find that most coaches or mentors or guides need to work on some internal resistance, inner resistance, before they can effectively apply strategy in their business. And if you want even more support shifting your energy and building your coaching business with grounded, powerful strategies, then check out the links below. Now, quick update on my rather ambitious goal of growing my email list by 4,000 new subscribers this year without any paid ads or complicated strategies. If you've been following along, and if you haven't, by the way, if you're new here, then check out the first few videos, because that explains what I'm doing in terms of list growth. But if you have been following along, you know that I was wrapping up my goal of 1,000 new subscribers in the first quarter of the year. And that first quarter has ended. It's been just a few days ago at this point, and I am at 980 new subscribers. So I don't know how much closer. Like, I'm so close. I'm going to hit that goal any day now. However, I'm continuing on. It doesn't change anything. I keep going towards the bigger goal of 4,000 new subscribers. Now, I just wrapped up participation in one list growth event, and there is another one that is still ongoing. And then I think in about another week, I have another one that is starting. So if you want to see how I manage all of these list growth events and stay on top of this strategy for growing my list, then you can get a copy of my list growth planning calendar that will explain it all, as well as the earlier videos here on my channel. And you can get a copy of that down below. It's free and you can make it your own and maybe grow your list right alongside with me. So, hey, your next big internal shift could just be one perspective flip away. Seriously, right? I use this for myself every single day, and I hope that it is helpful for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.